today we have this hard drive which is giving us issues. And so we're gonna try to open it up and see if we can figure out why it's giving, actually it already is kind of opened up. It came inside of this. This is a, like the external part of the hard drive. But we're gonna open up the internals of it, trying to get it to work with the externals and, you know, that sort of stuff. Just try to get it to work. You guys never seen the inside of a hard drive. Maybe you have, I don't know. Now we're getting down to the core of things. This is the chipset, I guess, or whatever it was, that was in the bottom of the case. And I guess this tells it, I don't know, something. We'll see. I should probably hook it up and show you guys, or let you hear what it was doing as to why we're messing with this thing. Here it is. Okay, it's spinning up, and then it makes that funny noise. It's not very happy. But at least it looks cool, right? Consequently, what it sounds like to me is that the way that a hard disk works is that there's these little fingers that read the disks, and those fingers are somehow not able to do what they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna open it up and look at what's going on with those fingers, and hopefully maybe fix it so we can get some of the data off of it. You guys ready? Here it comes. I wasn't able to get that off yet, so I just flipped it over to see if there's any more screws. I don't know what that is. That might be a screw or something. It's like a bubble. But I always liked the fact that they did this. Like, I unscrewed this thing and there are connection points that are just being held down by like springs and screws. That's technology. There was a secret screw. That's why I couldn't get it open. Stupid secret screws. Yep. Now that I took that screw out, look at that. Piece of cake. There it is. That's the inside of a hard drive. You guys see any issues? Any issues? I'm almost willing to fire it up while we look at it. What do you guys say? You guys, okay, there it goes. Plugs in. Do you guys see it spin up really quick? Yeah, let's see what it does. That thing's going fast. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Ooh. Which one is it, I wonder? Dang, that sounds terrible. Wow. I actually was looking at my computer to see if it was actually reading anything. Man, I wonder which one that was. Only 3 of them. Well, maybe we can figure it out. Alright, so from what I'm gathering is that this guy here wants to go out further, but he can't for some reason. So we have to figure out what that reason is. Here's the thing, everything that I've been reading has been saying that it's this board that's bad, but doesn't make any sense because the whole reason that it went bad, or the whole reason that this thing doesn't work, is because the hard drive fell over. So, what? Alright, so I may or may not have had a little bit of an issue. Hold on, let me try to adjust the light here just a little bit. How's that? A little bit better? A little bit better? I pulled this thing out. Don't do that. That's terrible. Terrible idea. I broke the whole hard drive because of it. It won't even do anything now because well, it might do something. I don't know, but it won't transfer any data. That's for darn sure. Darn tootin'. So here's what I did. I yanked this off. This being the connection point that I was raving about. How cool it was that they're just they just sit on it. This is the part that was screwed in, that if I just unscrewed it, this whole thing would have come off like nobody's business and we wouldn't have had any trouble. But I didn't, so yeah. I guess if worse comes to worse, by the way, I looked in the mirror and you guys didn't tell me I had stuff in my hair still from work. Thanks a lot. I guess if worse comes to worse, we could always just run wires from the little jumpers up. No. I think this is pretty much, we messed up. We done did messed up. I'll call it a draw. Just for fun, I thought I might turn it on and see what happens. Nothing. Alright. I did hear something interesting today, like an interesting thought. Somebody said that they heard of somebody taking the platters out of one of these hard drives, or out of a hard drive, and installing them into another hard drive and letting that hard drive read the platters. I feel like that's not gonna work, but I do have an extra hard drive underneath the TV. That might be a situation for another day. Alright guys, I hope this light kind of compensated for some of the difference in color. Yesterday I had to actually color correct. Everything was just yellow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.